Today I'm gonna check out some luxury homes in my city of Changhua, Taiwan. These are pretty nice modern homes in their own right. I guess you could squeeze 2 cars in there. So that's a typical modern home, row home in Taiwan. By contrast, this is what they call a haozhai. They've been working on this for over a year. What are the bananas doing? There's some still. This little banana grove here. So anyway, there's another view of that home. I don't know if I like this that much. I can see on the side here, that's probably where your stairwell and your elevator unit is located. This certainly has the space. What I don't like is the stone. It just looks like splattered concrete stains on that marble there. And not a big fan of that either there. Typical with the outdoor tile and marble and glass and metal. That seems to be the look right now. I'd say when you've got your own gazebo back there in a yard in the city, private gate, that would be also a haozhai. Now this one is probably a double wide. I like running into these communities. They're quieter. Most people have some plants that I can check out. There's a nice little tiny forest back here. Some of these luxury homes are located in gated communities, so I can't get a good look, can't get in, and they're guarded, Let's see what else I can find. I live down that way. Here's one. I would say this definitely qualifies. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 floors on that one, and we got some nice landscaping. You have a water feature in the front. I would love to see the inside of that because it's so rounded. I mean, it's like living in a circular house. The back there is flat though. A lot of these luxury homes are end units, and that's so that they can take advantage of the light. If you have a street on 2 sides, you can have windows on those sides rather than just the front and the back. A lot of times these row homes don't even have much of a back, so it's even if there is a space in the back, there's usually a house behind you, and so there's not much opportunity for sun sometimes. So I'm gonna head to an end unit, which I think definitely qualifies as a haozhai. Shade. Coming up on an end unit. What you don't want, according to feng shui, is a middle unit, and they say that causes yapogan, which is kind of a pressure that you don't want to have. That's an example of an end unit. They have nice little raised beds here. I didn't want to show the front because I don't want to show anybody's address. I got a side garage parking here and a front overhang. They've actually tiled in the back here. Nobody does that. When you purchase a house in a gated community here, there's usually a whole bunch of styles that you can choose from. And they're slightly different. Some are called like Singapore style, where you park outside, and then sometimes you park in what's called the chilo or the carport. And then some actually have garages like I showed you in earlier clips. And then a few of the houses that they have in those communities are double wides, and the end units are often bigger, and there's a mixture of some of them have stairs all the way up to a 4th or 5th floor, or an elevator, which is becoming really popular now. I'm coming up on a new high-rise construction here. So another option for those with wealth is to occupy, you got it, penthouse suite. These buildings are all over in Taichung, but they're cropping up here in Changhua in every open space that they can put one. That's the main entrance. And typically in these, sometimes there's extra conference room or maybe a gym. Sometimes even a pool, some of the ones in Taiwan. But yeah, the top floor is where you want to be if you got the money. I guess we can call them condos because people tend to own them. I mean, you can own them and rent them out, but the downside is you can often hear your neighbors. I guess if you're on the top floor, you wouldn't hear anybody above you, so it's a little less of an annoyance. The other problem would be sometimes the ceilings are not that high, and again, I'm assuming the top floor is going to have a higher ceiling. And in an earthquake, it'll shake a lot. The higher you go, the more you shake. We used to live in one of those high-rise buildings on the 12th floor, not the top floor, but the 12th floor. And yeah, that was one of the reasons why we wanted to get out of there, was after the big 9/21 earthquake. It was pretty crazy, guys. But that's another story for another time. There's one there. It's nice. They got a protective wall, definitely secured. Alley. Here you see a gated community. Then you see stuff like this and stuff like that. But as soon as I round this corner, where do you see what's going up? That. By contrast, this is the neighbor. I didn't mean to laugh or talk down about anybody who has a house like that. I'm just saying there's quite a contrast. Look at this one. A lot of these, they're old, and maybe, you know, it's been passed down to like 7 sons and daughters, and so it's difficult for those people to get together, sorry about the wind, and decide when to sell. Here's one here too. Last couple of weeks, the air quality has been in the green. So this is June. Today is Dragon Boat Festival Day. I'm running over again to get some more cucumbers, and I'm getting a bicycle seat, and I'm gonna get a surprise for my wife. I got the bicycle seat. Now I'm gonna get the gift for my wife. I did a review of this Trax trainer. You can check out the card above. The problem I've been running into is this seat is really uncomfortable. So I went, if you saw another video, I went and bought a pair of those padded bike shorts. But still, after about 12 minutes of riding on this seat without moving around or standing up, it gets a little numb in the nether regions, if you know what I mean. So I'm gonna swap that out for this one. Yeah, that's tight. All right.